Rick Brewing, NkySportsBlog.com. Another NKSB Preseason practice tour stop in the books. We just spent some time with Cooper and Coach Sullivan. Coach, when you look at this team, what differences do you see from a year ago?
I just see an overall confidence in our kids. We've really put on some pounds in the offseason, and these younger guys are starting to kind of figure it out. And defensively, I think we're going to be so much better this year defensively because of the kids that have gotten stronger. But more importantly, I think we have an unselfish group that just wants to get better every single day.
You lost some leaders and some guys who sort of put you guys on the map as a program. Where is the leadership going to come from this year?
We're really relying on our seniors as far as Chris Henderson, our point guard, and Alex Webster, number 40, the big boy out there. We've got to get a lot of leadership out of those guys. They're not real vocal guys, but every single day we expect those guys to come in and give it every single day. And then we're going to start relying on Louis Maniaci a little bit. He's a kid that has that leadership quality about him, his personality, the way he goes about things, and we need him to be more vocal every single day, whether it's practice, game, whatever it might be.
Talk about Lewis a little bit. Obviously, in years past, he's always been a raw talent that people looked at him when he walked in the gym. Production hasn't been there in the past. This year, it looks like he's ready to put things together. Talk about his development.
He's just, he's really starting to figure out how to play the game as far as, he's always been the most athletic kid, just like you said. He's a kid that when you see him, you're like, whoa. But he's always tried to play the game with his feet together, and we're starting to get him to understand that, at this level, you can't play that way. If you try to play with your feet together, you're going to wind up over in the front row. So he's starting to figure it out. And the biggest thing about Lewis is that his work ethic. He's starting to, now all of a sudden he's diving on loose balls. He's doing those little things that, that your great leaders do every single day in practice. And what it's done is it's taken his game to another level because now he has that confidence. And Lewis is a kid that kind of loses confidence sometimes. He may not show it, but you can kind of see it in his game, and he'll start to fade away and do some silly things. But he's starting to figure out, and he's piecing days together where he's just getting better and better.
When you talk about you guys as a group, as a whole, just these kids coming up, you've lost a lot of games in the early years, but last year you're right there, have a chance to go to the regional tournament. It seems like now you're at a point where you're trying to teach the guys how to win. Is that the case, and how have you sort of done that in practice?
Yeah, everything we do in practice is just compete. And we just talked today about playing with a conviction every single day and understanding what that means by playing with a conviction. We're trying to get every single stop. We're trying to score on every possession, get a good shot on every possession, and win. And, just like you said, we've lost a lot of games, and we're starting to kind of see it. I mean, you look at our football program and what those kids did this year, and they're starting to learn how to win. And our kids, and I think that kind of goes along with what I was talking about with the confidence. Our kids are starting to get confidence, and in practice you can kind of see them doing that. And then it's just us every single day just trying to compete and outwork every single team in the 9th region.
When you look at your district, it's a tough one. I mean, you've got 3 really good teams all in the Boone County area to compete against. What does it take to get to that next level and make the regional tournament?
It takes an everyday grind. Matter of fact, the quote of the day today in practice was, that daily grind of just continuously working every single day. And, we play everybody twice in our district at least, going before the tournament, before we ever get to the 33rd district. So it's every single day. We're far from a finished project. We won't be a finished product when the season starts. It's not going to happen. Obviously we want to peak at the right time, but it's that everyday grind and guys understanding the roles. We have a lot of young guys, like you said, that are going to step into a lot of the big minutes this year. So they have to kind of understand their role. Am I a scorer? I might be a scorer one night, but I might be a defender another night. Every single night we got to have guys showing up.
All right, that's Coach Sullivan from Cooper. Another NKSB preseason practice tour in the books. I'm Rick Brewing, NkySportsBlog.com.